it can be affirmed now that Barack Hussein Obama is ineligible to serve the U.S. of A. as the President of America. The press conference that was called at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. by Bob Schultz, chairman of the We the People for Constitutional Education, demonstrated a number of things as one of its attorneys, Dr. Orly Tates, was able to illuminate that she was able to retrieve the divorce papers of Leo Lolo Sotomayor and Ann Dunham Sotomayor, the stepfather and mother of Barack Hussein Obama, that they were illegally divorced. What no one has been able to attain thus far is the divorce papers, or are the divorce papers, for the Stanley Ann, as she was Stanley Ann Dunham, and Barack Obama Sr., meaning that when he was born, in the vernacular or the language that was used in the 1960s of children born out of wedlock. They were called illegitimate, is what they were referred to as. And so he was born illegitimate, or he was born ineligible to require or to be looked upon as a legitimate citizen in that regard, not his natural born status. And so therefore now he is approaching January 20th as ineligible, according to Section 2, Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution, that he is ineligible to serve as president because he is not a natural born citizen and cannot demonstrate and will not demonstrate, though a large number of people are asking him to produce the documents that would stop this firestorm that is quickly growing across America, but challenging his eligibility to serve as president. All of his records are sealed. And I would like to say this to all of the supporters of Barack Hussein Obama. His college records are sealed at Columbia, at Harvard. His birth certificate is vaulted and sealed. All vital information regarding his past, his history, his resume is sealed. Now, you may love him and you may think the world of him, but you're not crazy. And you simply need to ask yourself a question. Why has he sealed all vital, pertinent information to his citizenship and to his person and his trek here in America? You need to ask yourself a question. Why? Why would any normal human being who wants to serve this nation as the president do such? Is he hiding something, and why? Or is he just a deranged individual who takes particular delight in millions of people asking whether he's eligible, whether he meets the constitutional requirements or not? Or he may feel that the constitutional requirement of natural born citizen is a misnomer, that it is stupid, that it doesn't really demonstrate anything about your qualities to lead America. He may wholeheartedly believe that as his own private policy beliefs, and others may share the same. However, as the president and the leader of the free world, he should be given to upholding all of the laws, the one that he agrees with and the one he disagrees with. And if he disagrees with it, then he ought to say, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that this is an unjust law and it should not stand. And therefore, I should not have to submit myself to any queries about my citizenship as being natural born. Issue a statement such as that, and it will give us a determination about where he's at. But I want to ask you, the supporters, those who love him, and those who feel that you've made the right choice and that I am on the wrong side of history. Well, the wrong side of history, the verdict is still out on that. But I want to ask you just one simple question. Why is he hiding? Why is he hiding so much information? Why is he now being thought of as a prospective criminal, and perhaps the most notorious criminal that has ever walked the face of this planet? More so than Jack the Ripper, even more so than Stalin and his establishment of the Gulag, more so than Pol Pot, more famous than Frank and Jesse and Frank James, Bonnie and Clyde. If it will be demonstrated that he is ineligible to serve as president, more specifically, that he is not even a natural born citizen of America, but not even a citizen of America, then he becomes the world's biggest felon. He doesn't have to be. All of this could be simply conjuncture, that I am conjuncting. However, until we can get documented proof that we don't have, one is left to ask questions. I want to ask you, as supporters of Barack Hussein Obama, to simply say to him, Mr. Obama, you can call him President-elect. You can call him Messiah, if you will. You can call him Mr. Wonderful. You can call him Mr. Right. But whatever you do, ask him to please stop these questions by simply presenting the evidence or the information so that America can get on with its lives, because it will not go away. And I'll say this to you, you have to ask yourself as a supporter, is this man very possibly a criminal? Is he very possibly the world's largest felon? You don't know. He very well may not be. But if he is, are you going to feel extremely silly after telling your children at the dinner table that God has sent us a black man to be president? Are you going to feel like a fool when your 8-year-old son grows up over the next 60 to 70 years, and every time he looks at a black man or a black politician, he will not trust him because Barack Hussein Obama duped and deceived the whole black nation? Are you going to feel like a fool for having done so? There's one other thing I'd like to state about his ineligibility. Many want to frame this out as an historic event, the first black man to ever become president. I want to caution you. You need to understand something, that every president, and there have been 43 of them of this nation thus far, every president that has ever graced the White House has come through the womb of a white woman. The womb, the W-O-M-B. It has been the womb of white women. No black woman's womb has ever produced a president. And in the case of Barack Hussein Obama, he also came through the womb of a white woman. Did you ever wonder, you black women, why it is that many black men go chasing after white women? Have you ever wondered why especially many African men go whoring after white women and jump over great and good and eligible, strong, educated black women, but they would rather have a trashy white woman? Did you ever wonder about that? Do you wonder now, and are you willing to consider that this man, Barack Hussein Obama, came from the womb of a white woman? He didn't come from the womb of a sister. Therefore, we can't call him the first black president. And more specifically, all the little children who are being inspired to think that somehow or another, when they grow up, they can be like Barack Hussein Obama, need to know this caution. You can only be like him if you have white blood or you have been born out of a white womb. If you have not been born out of a white womb, your chances are 0 and none of becoming a black president. It needs to be absolutely clear as this truth. And so I ask you to ask Mr. Obama for the information that would demonstrate that he is eligible to serve this nation as the U.S. president.